People are mean, guys. People are mean. That's all there is to it. Um, so I'm going to tell you about a few of the things that I've been told over the past year. Yeah, let's just talk about what I've been told. So at one point, one guy grabbed my ass. I turned around and said, "Ah, hi, may I help you?" Because in my world, it's not appropriate to just touch me as I walk by. He proceeded to tell me that I thought I was a dime, and I was not. He proceeded to tell me that I had a unibrow, which I'm growing my eyebrow in right here, so my eyebrows were maybe a little bit closer together then, but they were not a unibrow. He told me I had a double chin, to which I responded, I know, I've been trying to do these exercises, like, are they not working? Like, what can I do? And then he told me I was the worst dresser in Kansas City, which one might believe right now, because this dress is kind of boxy on the top, but usually I get complimented on my clothes. I've also been told like, um, oh yeah, like you actually look pretty tonight. Okay. Um, oh yeah, the girl he's dating is uglier than you. Um, you're so much more attractive when you don't speak. You're like one of those people where you either look good in photos or you don't. So let's go through your Facebook photos and I'll show you where you look good and where you don't. You would do that for me? Oh, what a sweetheart, right? So after last weekend, after I was DDing for my cousin and this guy that she's sort of been seeing, and his roommate is Mr. Hansy, and he's usually an asshole, and that's fine. I got used to that. Well, um, then this guy, Abby or Stiletto, I guess, uh, is her name on the blog, but her man proceeds to tell me like, "Oh yeah, like you're looking good lately. I mean, you're not looking good as your cousin, but like you look good lately." And I'm like, "Okay, I know that you're trying to be kind and say like you look good lately." Um, but it's rude. And it's also rude when you meet someone and they don't give you like too much attention and then you meet them again like a week later wearing something different and they're like, "Oh, hey baby, you clean up good." And I'm like, "Oh, so you're telling me I didn't look good last weekend?" Like, thank you so much. Like, heads up, guys. Like, it's not attractive. It's not cute. It doesn't flatter us. It actually makes you look like a totally fucking shallow prick. Alright, that you can't fucking even see what my face looks like because you're so concerned with what I'm wearing and what my hair looks like that you honestly have to reintroduce yourself to me. Same face. And when people do that to me, they ask, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" And I'm like, "Well, it's Val." And it's the same name that I had last week when I hung out with you, so appreciate you remembering it next time. Anyways, back to the original story. So this guy proceeds to tell me, like, yeah, all my roommates hate you, and everyone's always like, "Oh my God, we hate Val," and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, all right. And he was like, "Yeah, you're looking good lately, but not as good as your cousin." And I mean, yeah, like, oh yeah, the girl that Mr. Hansy's dating, she's even uglier than you. I'm like, oh my God, she's uglier than me? That's unfortunate for her. You know, and it's unfortunate for Mr. Hansy that he has to look at such a horrific specimen. Um, so then that happened, I left, and I got to thinking, like, maybe I am like this heinous bitch. Maybe I am just this awful person that no one even wants to be around because I'm just so fucking mean. And then I started racking through my brain, and I'm like, all right, LDL, like, we broke up. Granted, that was kind of my decision, but after you break up with someone for a while and you get kind of lonely, that, like, your, like, fuck you mentality kind of goes out the window, and it's kind of like, oh man, like, what did I do wrong? Well, I didn't do anything wrong because I dumped his ass, but tricks of the mind, I'll get ya. Then I started thinking about German, like, then I came to the realization, like, he didn't like the fact that I was gonna blog about us. Like, that's what he didn't like. Then there was, the one we let get away, and he's just a fucking prick, like, whatever. So, there's all these different people, and none of them that I had been, like, a huge bitch to. So I was like, all right, maybe I'm not. But I was still, like, really upset, like, tears in my eyes, like, people maybe don't like me, like, I mean, I've never had that. Like, I had, like, maybe one person in high school not like me, like, and It's just because I'm nice. Like I love people. I fucking don't give a shit if you're a CEO, if you're a homeless guy, if you're like purple, green, black, blue, straight, gay, transsexual, like whatever. Like if you're a killer, maybe don't care too much for you, but that's not to say that I can't have a conversation with you. And so then I realized, like, you know what? Fuck them. You don't like me? That's fine. That's fine. I have a strong personality, and not everyone is going to like me, and I know that. But I'm so happy with who I am as a person and where I am in my life that it just really doesn't matter. Like, that's fine. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And that's what I told the guy. I said, look, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You really are. Like, it's totally fine if you don't like me. That is your prerogative. However, I don't want to be surrounded by a group of people that just want to bring me down. Um, I've never met a group of people that tried so hard to bring me down. And I know that, like, bullying is, like, such a hot topic right now. Um, and I guess it just kind of reminded me that like bullying doesn't go away and it's always going to be there and there are always going to be people that want to make me feel like shit about myself and want to make me feel like I'm fat or ugly or um make less money than I should or that I should have a husband and a family or that I should drive a nicer car or that I should be more humble or that I should keep my mouth shut or I should talk less or I should um whatever. There's always going to be someone telling you that you should be doing something that you're not, and that's fine. And it's just my personal opinion to resolve that you're entitled to your own opinion, but it's not your life. It's my life, and I'm going to live it how I want. And if you don't like me, that's totally fine, but I like me. And even if I'm the only person that likes me, which I'm not, but even if I was, I would be okay with that because as long as you're proud and happy of who you are, like it's really, really hard for other people to bring you down.